Never understand those kids who are able to keep their toys in the packets, unopened.
Kids didn't do that, did they?
No.
Nerds did that.
I know.
People like
some kids did.
Nah.
For me, instantly opened, broken within a week.
One year for Christmas, I got given like a it was like a collectible car thing.
Yeah.
But it was in a packet, and I started like opening it to play with it because it's a car.
It's a toy I want to play with.
And everyone was like, "What are you doing? No, it's a collectible. You're gonna like put it on a shelf." And I'm like, I'm 10. I'm taking it out and I'm just going.
I don't appreciate eBay.
No.
Now
I'm not sure even eBay even exists at this time in history. No, of course I'm getting out.
Two Geeks, Two Beers podcast. Nerdy obsessions, drunken ramblings with Morgan Jeffery and Tom Eames.
Well, hello and welcome to your latest dose of serious geek nostalgia from two grown men stuck in the past. It's Two Geeks with me, Tom, and Morgan.
Hello.
And at this time, I'm taking us back to the 90s. Shocker. And to an example of something that shone bright in Little Tom's world for a very short period of time. Short being the word.
Yeah. And Little Tom is, you're referring to yourself in the past. That's not like...
Not now.
No, it's not your nickname for your... No?
Go on.
Penis?
You're going to do a penis gag?
I was going to do a penis gag. We're probably less than a minute in and I'm making a dick joke. Yeah.
No. Anyway, it is time to look back at the Mighty Max franchise.
Yeah, that's actually my nickname for my penis.
Mighty Max franchise.
Which I was just going for Mighty Max, but
I like the full one.
I like the idea of referring to your penis as a franchise. I don't know what it means.
Like a sports team, like a really
I don't know what it means, but I like it.
So memories of Mighty Max. Do you have any?
Yeah. So this is perfect Two Geeks fodder because I know what Mighty Max is in the sense of I've heard of it, but I don't know any of the details.
Okay.
So I remember there was an animated series. I remember there were toys, if that's the right. It was sort of like it was sort of the one I remember was like there was like a skull, and you opened up the skull, and Mighty Max was inside. So it was sort of like a toy kit, and I don't know if the animated series came first and then there were spin-off toys, or if the toys came first and then there was a spin-off animated series, which has happened a lot. So I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case, but I'm sure you're gonna educate me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think it's one of those things where I probably only had, because there's lots of the versions of Mighty Max. I probably only had like four of the different things you could have of the 20, 30 odd there was.
Yeah.
But as a kid, it felt like you owned the entire thing.
Yeah. Did you ever steal a friend's Mighty Max and then
it's not like the Pogs incident,
and then get caught the Pogs incident, and then get caught out and be like, it's really weird. I just found this Mighty Max playset.
Alas, no. And like we like to research and do things on Two Geeks. We think,
do we?
Oh, we could do something really interesting here and create some good quality video content.
Yeah.
I still have a little Mighty Max, one of the Mighty Mexes.
Yeah.
It's I know where it is. It's at home.
Yeah.
And I was like, I could bring it in and I could show you.
That'd be
as part of the video series.
How small is it?
Oh, the actual Max himself is
right. I thought you meant like the...
No, the actual Mighty Max himself.
Right.
I've still got one.
Yeah.
And I was like, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Nice little...
Just forgot.
Yeah, just forgot.
Yeah.
Literally seconds whilst I'm reading this going, fucking twat.
I had a whole...
You had one thing that you had to do.
I had a whole bit planned.
If for the video version, I'll insert a little photo of me holding the Mighty Max now.
Great.
There you go.
Sorry
about that,
So I hope you enjoyed that. It's more than I got.
Yeah. But I remember do you remember like when you were a kid at Christmas time, you get like the Argos catalogue or...
Yeah.
And how exciting that was.
Yeah.
In the US, I don't know what the equivalent of Argos was.
Do they not have Argos in the US?
I don't think so.
It was a catalogue. Well, it wasn't a catalogue. It was more than just a catalogue.
Yeah.
It was a whole shop.
Yeah.
But the best thing about it was there was a catalogue full of Just all, literally everything.
They obviously have a toys section.
But they had the toy section, so you would, and you went into the, again, if you...
Argos is weird. There's nothing else like Argos.
If you know what Argos is, you'll be like, why are you telling me about Argos? If you don't know what Argos is, you would walk into this shop.
And it's still like this now.
Yeah. None of their produce is on display in the shop.
It's in
have to go...
The warehouse.
It's out the back. You have to... Everything's out in the back.
Yeah.
You have to go... They just have like little podiums with laminated catalogues. You have to flip through the catalogue, go, I want that, which is item number 3417.
You get a little pen.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the pens.
And you get a little form. Paper form. Yeah. And it's still like that
and
now.
And then you take it to the desk and go, get me item number 3417. Yeah. And then someone goes to the back and comes back and they
magically it appears.
Or they say, we don't have that. But that is you flick through this laminated catalogue, and the toy section was always the best.
But the Argos book that you get every Christmas, you'd go through it and you'd see all the Mighty Max toys. Oh, fucking hell, look what they've brought out this year.
Yeah.
But anyway, very exciting. So we'll go through the series and teach you as we go.
I'm fascinated.
Coming up.
Yeah.
Why Max's father was somewhat irresponsible.
Somewhat.
A toy line that only got smaller with each new release.
Okay.
And a downright harrowing finale to rank alongside dinosaurs.
That's big talk.
Yeah. So if you don't know, which you don't, Mighty Max was a toy series created by Bluebird Toys in the UK in 1992. It's a UK brand.
Yeah.
Similar to the earlier Polly Pocket line.
So it's like Polly Pocket for boys?
Yes.
Right.
So these toys were aimed mainly at young boys. So Polly Pocket, I mean, have you ever experienced a Polly Pocket in your life? Because my sister, I had a sister.
See,
I have a sister. and growing up, she had a lot of Polly Pockets.
Yeah, so no sister, no Polly Pocket experience.
Yeah. So again, it was, we'll go into it.
I get confused between Polly Pocket and Penny Crayon.
Yeah.
Remember Penny Crayon?
Yeah.
She can draw anything she wants.
Great theme tune.
Yeah.
So in Canada and the US, they were distributed by Irwin Toy Limited and Mattel, respectively.
Oh, yeah.
So the original line featured small horror-themed playsets with miniature figures of creatures and the hero, Max, a young boy with blonde hair, jeans, a white t-shirt, and the red M, and a baseball cap with an M. Apparently the colour varied by playset.
Yeah.
But that very much, she was very much like the example of a cool kid in the 90s.
Yeah. It's like how, I'm sure we talked about this when we did our Streets of Rage episode about the Streets of Rage series of video games. But like how in Streets of Rage 2, there was a teenage kid called Skates.
Yeah.
Because he
skated.
He skated. Yeah. But he had like a backwards cap.
Yeah.
A vest.
Just what every kid aspired to be.
The epitome of cool.
But when did he grow up? Did he one day just pack it in and realise?
Mighty Max.
No, Skates. Did he suddenly decide, it's like, it's time to retire?
Everyone's like...
Because he's cool up to a certain age. What age is it that Skates isn't cool anymore?
I think...
17?
Yeah, I think like late teens.
19.
Yeah, and everyone's like, I'm just moved on, mate. I'm just going to call you John.
Yeah.
And he's like,
no, I'm Skates.
Can we call me Skates? And they're like, I don't think I will.
Nah.
No.
I'm not gonna.
Call me Mighty Max. And it's like, I'm just going to call you Max. That's it makes me uncomfortable.
So just so you know, Polly Pocket was created by Chris Wiggs in 1983 for his daughter Kate. Using a makeup powder compact, he created a small house for a tiny doll. So
right, which is why they have the kind of like the little...
So it'll open up.
Yeah.
Bluebird Toys of Swindon licensed the idea.
So this is all
very British.
UK.
Yeah.
I assumed that Polly Pocket.
Yeah.
Polly Pocket is
it's still going. And it's massive.
British.
It's still going. Yeah, it's a British.
And
thing.
Mighty Max is British.
Yeah.
I don't know why I say it like that one. British.
But it is.
Mighty Max.
And a UK brand.
And Penny Pocket is a UK brand.
Penny Pocket.
What did I say? See, I'm getting that. It's Penny Crayon. I'm thinking of Penny.
Polly Pocket.
Look.
Don't look at me like that.
Polly Pocket and Penny Crayon. They are not the same fucking
thing.
They're two different franchises. I like to refer to my penis as a franchise. Carry on.
So the Bluebird licensed the idea.
Yeah.
And the first Polly Pocket toys hit stores in 1989. So he created it in 1983.
Yeah.
It took a good 6 years before they decided
Well, to be fair, he went in, he pitched to whatever the equivalent of Dragon's Den was in those days.
A dollhouse,
and he's like,
it's tiny.
I've made a dollhouse from a powder compact. And they were like, nah, we're all right. And he's like, no, honestly,
trust me.
This is going to be a huge, again, a huge franchise. And you can have like a boy version for boys. And they were like, mate, you've literally like put some stuff in a powder compact. It's like, right, give me 6 years and I'll work out the issues with this premise.
But by the early 90s, Mattel had a distribution deal so Mattel took it and
took it to the next level.
So the original Polly Pocket toys were plastic cases that opened into a dollhouse or other play sets featuring Polly Pocket figurines less than an inch tall. So the little Polly Pocket was like
some kids must have swallowed those.
Yeah,
like I don't feel like you get away with that these days.
Collateral damage, isn't it?
Collateral damage. It's yeah.
But the dolls folded in the middle like the case and had circular bases that fit into slots in the case interior, allowing them to stand securely. So you'd have a bit. And, this was especially useful for moving parts in the case, and due to their small size, the dolls sometimes came in pendants or large rings instead of the typical playset.
Yeah, collateral damage. You get colon damage. You swallow one of those.
But yeah, I remember my sister Vicky had loads of these, and I remember already not thinking they were cool.
Sure.
But I liked what they were.
You like the concept?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so then the fact that Mighty Max came about, like, hello.
Yeah.
This is a bit of me, this. Yeah. This is good. So just so you know, the background story of the Mighty Max toys was as follows. So Max's dad left him an old baseball cap. That's all it says.
Where's his dad?
I don't know if he's an absent father.
Right.
I don't know if he died.
Right.
It just says that he just left him an old baseball cap.
They haven't given it enough thought to the mythology. Yeah.
Trouble was, this was no ordinary baseball cap.
Right. This is new to me. I didn't know you had
No.
So it's like a magic baseball cap. Right.
But I don't know if the dad knows this.
Right.
Because if he did, he's a bit of a dick.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't give him any information.
No, but why else would he leave him his baseball? Oh, great. Thanks for leaving your baseball cap of all things.
So I'm assuming Max's dad went through all this himself.
Yeah.
Maybe his dad did the same thing.
Like a prequel.
And he's like
Mighty Mike or whatever.
Yeah, and he's like, look, I went through all these adventures, now it's your turn. But I'm not going to tell you anything.
Yeah. No tips and tricks.
Gotta look the business, Max thought, as he tweaked the cap's peak around to the side.
There you go. So not the backwards cap, the side cap.
Side cap.
Ooh.
I was never cool enough to do either, to be honest.
I was never cool enough to wear a cap.
No.
Even
Still now.
Even forward facing.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't.
Get in Nashville, it'd be great.
Yeah.
Everyone wears a cap.
Have you ever worn any hat and felt comfortable? I don't think I ever have.
No, even at Christmas, party hats from a cracker. It's the itchiness.
Yeah.
After like 10 seconds, I'm like, nah.
I don't feel comfortable wearing them, but for different reasons, which is that I have an enormous head.
And it never fits.
Which if you're what, I've torn many.
Yeah.
And I know they're only paper, but like if you're watching this, you're like, you don't have an enormous head. I do have an enormous head. So when I was born, the doctors literally measured my head with, I don't know if they had like what do you call it?
Tape measure.
There you go.
Yeah.
Tape measure. We have
had 2 beers.
We've had two beers.
2 Geeks, 2 beers.
As is tradition.
Yeah.
They measured my head because they were like, we want to check if he's strange.
Yeah.
And they were like, it's just within the limits of normal.
Right.
It's just about okay. But yeah, enormous head.
Well, for this Christmas special, we're definitely going to have some party hats and just see.
Well, you can, and I'll have a shredded bit of tissue paper.
So he tweaks the cap.
Yeah.
Arg! It says.
Yeah.
Suddenly, the world had gone weird and very unfriendly. The cap had changed colour. Something very strange was going on. He'd been caught in the horror zone.
Right.
Stumbling from one terrifying adventure to another with only cryptic clues to help him escape, he was all alone. He was scared. But he was Mighty Max, and he'd get back somehow.
What makes him Mighty Max? Because I thought you were going to say he gets the cap, and that makes him Mighty Max.
Like Thundercats.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Lino,
yeah.
But
no.
He's got but like if anything, he's just a normal kid.
He's a normal kid. He's
the cap
fucked. He has to go into these.
The cap transports him to the horror zone.
It doesn't give him any special powers.
No, and then it's just like,
as far as I'm aware,
you're just maxing the horror zone. That's what you are.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So his dad just went,
yeah. I hope he is dead.
I hope he's dead.
Not because
I hope he's dead.
I hope he is dead.
Yeah.
Because like if he.
I just point to the camera
because
we've got new cameras. We're just
so because if he A, abandoned him and B, left it, he was like, yeah, fuck you. Here's a hat that will ruin your life.
Yeah.
What a dick.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, that's the story. That's the plot. So there are various different versions of Mighty Max toys, and by far the most popular and recognizable range with a medium-sized Doom Zone.
How big is medium-sized? Like Apple? Oh no, that's bigger. That's like
describe that to listeners?
Oh, that's bigger than like a tennis ball.
Yeah.
What is that?
Grapefruit?
Like a small grapefruit.
Yeah.
Small grapefruit size.
Yeah. Which usually contained around 3 to 4 set exclusive figures along with a standard Max figure. So you'd always get little Max inside each one.
And it was the boys' equivalent of a dollhouse.
Yes.
So you could like move your little figures around.
You'd open it and it would always look like a skull or something.
Yeah. I remember the skull.
It'd be different things.
Right.
They each had their own unique and brilliantly designed case, which opened up to a great little puzzle story. And again, very simple souls when you think about it, because like looking back at it now, surely once you'd played with it for about 15 minutes, that's it. You've had your fun by then.
Yeah.
But I used to spend hours just looking at them.
Yeah.
And maybe I like collecting them, I don't know. But like, are kids still like that now? I hope so.
No, I don't think we had less to do.
Yeah.
So our brains were less busy, I feel. But I feel like kids now will get bored.
Do you want to have a little look at a commercial?
I would love
as
to.
the Americans say.
Yeah.
Mighty Max, Mighty Max.
It's Mighty Max.
Welcome to Skull Dungeon.
Wow.
See, get the idea there.
Yeah.
Smasher, get up. Your brain donor is here. Me want brains.
This can fit quite a lot in a little
slime face. Whoa! Watch out for that first step. It's not over, Mighty Max.
Will Max get fried? His fate is in your hands. Mighty Max, Mighty Max. You can collect all his adventure sets, each sold separately. Mighty Max figure included from Mattel.
I love 90s.
From Mattel.
I love 90s. I love each sold separately. You don't get that anymore.
No.
But what I love about those type of adverts is they're all the same. Yeah. They're all like, there's a new thing you gotta buy. And then there's always
you'll buy it.
And then there's always like a little shit kid who's always like, he's always like laying out the narrative. He's always like, I'm Mighty Max and I'm gonna save the day. Oh no, it's the terrible villain. He's like, I'm gonna get you, Mighty Max. Like,
I was never that clever.
But were you ever like narrating your own little adventures?
Sort of thing I would do, but I don't think I did in this instance. But yeah. But thankfully there's a Mighty Max wiki, because of course there is.
Yeah, of course there is.
It's a wiki for everything. So I'm showing you just an idea of the different Doom zones. So you get one which looked like a snake. Here we go.
The Palace of Poison.
Yeah, the Palace of Poison. So, come on, load up. Anyway, so yes, you see what I mean?
Oh wow, look at that.
From the outside, it would look like this. I'll put the pop-ups on the screen.
Oh wow,
it looks really good.
Yeah,
I thought cool. And then inside, you get lots of different things going on.
Yeah,
but but a lot of effort involved, and just it was really cool.
It's fine. It's fine that you spent hours.
I know.
Yeah,
but again, once you play it, once you've done the bits, that's it. But maybe just start looking at it.
Yeah.
So there were 3 series of these from 92 to 94. But then you had the much smaller horror heads.
See, because I remember Mighty Max as being really tiny.
So here we go. So maybe you owned one of these. So I also remember having one of these. So they usually contained around 2 set exclusive figures along with the stats. So you'd still get a little Max inside one of these horror heads. They're a little bit smaller. Here's a little picture for you. But they would still open up. So these were size like this, I'd say.
Right.
What would you say that was?
Large lemon.
Large lemon?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but they still open up. They still have a little Max figure inside. Still look really cool on the outside.
Yeah.
You know.
Like monster faces. Yeah.
But then there were monster heads, which were even smaller. So these were play sets that were considerably smaller than the horror heads and didn't even open up.
What? Well, that's not a play. That's not a play set.
I don't remember owning one of these.
What even is that?
I know. So that it would just be a head, I assume, and it would come with a little Max figure.
But you can't do anything with it.
No, and that's it, really.
All right. I mean, great design.
Yeah.
Again, but
yeah. And then you had shrunken heads. The extremely small shrunken heads were fully openable somehow. Okay. But unlike the slightly bigger monster heads, only came with an exclusive Max figure and no detachable monster figure to fight. Oh. Instead, simply being an embossed decoration set against the interior of the set. I found an eBay one for you to look at. So we're talking at this point with what's that?
Oh, like what is that?
You know the little peperamis?
Yeah, those little,
pepperoni minis.
Snack-sized pepperoni,
We're really small at this point.
I think those are the Maxes I remember. I remember the really little tiny Maxes.
But but you can't do anything with these.
No.
Even after you've looked at it for 10 seconds, you're like, well, that's it. That's the fun of it.
It's not even got that, yeah.
The best ones, though, I'd say, were these large size play sets, which probably cost far too much money. I think I only had one of these, but I'm pretty sure it was my favourite toy that I ever had, because it's the only one of the few that I still remember vividly.
How old were you at this point?
I don't know, 10 maybe.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. But here's a little image for you.
Wow, look at that.
But look at it, it was huge.
Yeah.
So this is Trapped in Skull Mountain. And it was this massive, so when it closes, it was, it just looks like, a skull mountain. It was this red mountain thing. We're talking, how would you, the size of a small dog, I'd say.
Yeah.
And inside, you get all these little things going on, little traps, multi-villains. But again, amazing.
Yeah.
But after 15 minutes, that is it.
Yeah.
But entertain me for months.
Weeks, months.
Yeah, incredible. Well, there's a little advert for the Skull Mountain, which takes me right back.
So you've hit on my hideout, Mighty Max.
Around £30. So around £30.
Come, Max. Meet my friends.
Look at that.
That'll stop you playing with my missiles. Fancy a dip in the pool? Have a good look around, Max, because it's the last thing you'll ever see.
Can Max angle his way out, or will he wind up as bait? His fate's in your hands.
Wow.
I love the first voice. Yes,
the first one's really like Peter Lorre's like, hey, Mighty Max, sure, you better be careful because you're going to fall into my pit of terror or you better watch out. And then suddenly,
the second, get Mighty Max, you're going to die if you don't.
You better get it right now because he's going to die. It only costs about £30. Yes, that's right, Mighty Max. You got to go. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Mighty Max.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. He's in real trouble. You better buy it now.
Very good. But he also had McDonald's play sets that come out.
Happy Meals
watches.
and such.
You get Mighty Max watches that somehow opened up and did stuff.
You literally gestured there. And for a second, I thought you were doing a double bluff while you were like, and I've worn my Mighty Max watch today.
The thing is, do you ever think, because all the toys that you owned, where have they gone?
Yeah, I know where they are. They're at my dad's house.
Do you still own all yours?
Well, own is a loose term.
They still exist. You didn't throw them away or anything?
No.
Because, I think I went through a Morrissey-style misery phase.
Oh, okay. I was worried what you were going to say then. All right.
When I was 19 or something, where my parents probably needed to free up some space.
Yeah.
And I just went, throw it away.
Oh, wow.
And I think it all just went because I was cutthroat. I went, I'm never going to need this again.
Yeah.
And in some respects, I go, good on you. You don't need any of this stuff.
No. None of us need anything, really.
So it's good to throw it away.
Yeah.
But the other side, I was like, I would love it now. Because when I was 19, I didn't appreciate nostalgia. I didn't appreciate looking back and all this.
You were just
now as a sad 38-year-old man, I would love to look back at all that stuff now. It's gone. Gone forever.
You were 19, you were a jumped up pantry boy who never knew his place. And now you're like, I just want to play a Mighty Max.
Yeah. But it's all gone. I'm pretty sure Skull Mountain still exists. I don't think I threw that away. I think that's in the loft somewhere.
Yeah.
But all these other ones, where are they? Gone.
Lost to the mists of time.
Rubbish.
Oh, where's your Mighty Max?
Because I could never understand those kids who are able to keep their toys in the packets, unopened.
Kids didn't do that, did they?
No.
Nerds did that.
I know.
People like
some kids did.
Nah.
For me, instantly opened, broken within a week.
One year for Christmas, I got given it was like a collectible car thing.
Yeah.
But it was in a packet. And I started opening it to play with it because it's a car.
It's a toy I want to play with.
And everyone was like, "What are you doing? No, it's a collectible." You know, put it on a shelf. And I'm like, I'm 10. I'm taking it out and I'm just going.
I don't appreciate eBay.
No.
Now
I'm not sure even eBay even exists at this time in history. No, of course I'm getting it out.
But anyway, then we had the Mighty Max cartoon TV series.
So it was a toy first.
Yeah.
Much like, your He-Mans and your Transformers.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Created by Mark Zaslav.
Great name.
And Rob Hudnut.
Zaslav and Hudnut.
Yeah, great
all right.
names.
Yeah.
The series originally aired in syndication as part of a children's block titled Amazing Adventures, premiering on September 1st, 1993, and ending on December 2nd, 1994, with a total of 40 episodes over the course of 2 seasons.
Good run. Yeah. Are we ever going to get into the thing of like, I don't really know what syndication is.
No.
I don't understand.
To this day. I always say it.
Yeah. So many
not having a clue what it means.
So many episodes you said aired in syndication. Yeah. And if I'm honest, I don't know what that means.
I think it means it wasn't part of it wasn't like it was on ABC.
I think like different broadcasters buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It instantly is allowed to be fucking
disseminated.
Yeah. Onto various stations.
Yeah.
Whatever. But yeah, we don't have that over here. So it's, Well, would you like to watch the intro to Mighty Max?
I would love to.
Okay, let's do it. Gotta love a guitar like that, yeah.
Who's that little fella?
Get on to it.
What? He's in space?
Oh, you can do anything. Something so British, it's very American.
Max.
Yeah.
Does it? So, yeah, that I've got a whole other heap of questions. Yeah. So in that, he's got like allies. One of whom seems to be some sort of owl man. Also, like I was sort of picking up from the toys that the vibe was kind of he gets transported into like almost like medieval fantasy type, and now he's flying a spaceship.
Yeah.
All right.
Do what he wants.
Do what he wants.
So it follows Max, an adventurous teenage boy who receives a small statue of a bird in the mail.
What?
Just go along with it.
All right.
The statue is inscribed with Egyptian hieroglyphs, which translate to "You have been chosen to be the cap bearer." So I don't think they're dad thing.
Oh, so it's a different backstory.
Yeah.
All right.
Go to the mini mart and wait for a sign, Mighty Max.
Right.
Shocked by the message, Max drops the statue, shattering it and revealing a red baseball cap with a yellow M. When he puts on the cap, it projects wormhole-like portals that allow Max to teleport across space and time.
Where's that come from? All right. Yeah.
At the mini-mart,
unexplained,
Max is chased by a lava monster sent by the antagonist, Skullmaster. The cap teleports Max to the Mongolian desert, where he meets Virgil, an almost all-knowing Lemurian who looks like an anthropomorphic bird.
He is an anthropomorphic bird, presumably. Yeah.
Virgil explains that Max's reception of the cap was prophesied around 3000 BC.
Why did they? So they're like, right, here's what we've got.
We just know it's a blonde kid.
Yeah.
Who looks a bit like him.
Yeah, but like they were like, right, we've got a toy.
Yeah.
And there's a backstory where his dad gives him the magic cap. And they're like, nah. No, but that's the back. No. So we're not going to do that. What we're going to do is it's a prophecy, and that he's got a mate who's a bird, and it'll be great.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Virgil I've done a bit. Max then teams up with Virgil, and Norman, his Viking bodyguard.
Norman.
Yeah.
And so the anthropomorphic bird has got a Viking bodyguard
called Norman.
Called Norman.
To travel the world and protect Earth from Skullmaster's minions.
Yep.
Skullmaster is responsible for the downfall of the Lemurians. Norman, who is supposedly immortal, is associated with legendary figures like Sir Lancelot, Thor, Samson, and Hercules.
Just chuck that in. All right.
Most episodes revolve around battling Skullmaster or his monstrous followers, though some episodes feature independent villains. So it's a bit of a monster of the week sometimes.
Yeah.
While the adventures mostly involve travel across Earth, one episode includes time travel and another involves the astral plane. I mean, really? Kids these days, they don't have astral planes and shit in their shows, do they? Does Bluey do this sort of shit?
There's a lot of thought gone into this.
I know.
Some would say too much.
So the show, although generally lighthearted and comical, was criticised by some viewers for its violence.
Kids love it.
Most episodes began with the main monster killing a victim, and the series finale was particularly intense, featuring a showdown between Max, Norman, Virgil, and Skullmaster. In this final battle, Norman and Virgil are killed.
What?
Leaving Max to face Skullmaster alone.
Oh, here we go.
Unable to defeat him, Max uses the cap to time travel back to the events of the first episode, creating a time paradox.
This is far too involved.
I know. Initially experiencing deja vu, Max reads Virgil's modified letter, a bit like Doc Brown.
So he's sent back in time, but he doesn't remember.
But then he remembers everything because he's read the letter. He then decides to use the knowledge from the original timeline to finally defeat Skullmaster.
So
I assume he just has to live his life again.
Or they erase all the events that have happened and he just defeats Skullmaster straight away.
No, he has to. I assume he has to just
do everything again.
But now he knows.
Yeah.
Do you want a clip from the last episode?
Yeah, I'm intrigued.
But yeah, just death and destruction. But I'm trying to explain that to a 10-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Oh no, he now uses the cap to travel back. Remember the first episode?
Yeah.
No? But okay, we'll watch it later. But he goes back to the first. It's really clever. He goes back to the first episode, and there's this time paradox, right?
Yeah.
No,
like
all right, but just fine. Just
this is needlessly convoluted.
Yeah,
but I love it.
Oh,
I love that they did this.
It's incredible.
And now for one
the Skullmaster.
This is Skullmaster.
Come on, Verge! Mighty one.
So Virgil was stuck in a wall at the moment.
Power is too great. I cannot move. Pity. But you can die. Or do I get the cap?
Do you promise to let him go?
You have my word. Don't do it, mighty one.
I have no choice, Verge. I can't let him kill you. Take it.
At last!
You won't look as cool with a cap on.
No, you won't. Won't fit him for him.
Goodbye, old friend.
Oh, kills him anyway.
Virgil!
Jesus. Fucking hell.
You promised.
Yes, I did.
But I'm a dick.
Didn't I?
Max is fuming.
Yeah.
Hold him, Warmonger, but don't harm him. Yet. I want him to understand what he's done. In just a few moments,
It's Stonehenge.
when the sun sets through the great Trilithon, I shall stand in the center of Stonehenge. The crystal shall send out its rays, containing the greatest power in the universe. The power to transform time. Only he who wears the cap can absorb this power. And once I have it, I will not only control the present, but the past and the future.
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it.
And you will. But I will soon be the supreme power in the universe, and you and all others will bow before me, not only in the present, but in your memory, and forevermore.
And what about me, Skullmaster?
I shall reward you now for your loyalty, Warmonger.
I assume Norman's dead already at this point.
Yeah.
No!
Even Warmonger's gone.
And now, the end of your destiny and the beginning of my own. Goodbye, Max.
I love this. It's just in the middle of the daytime. It's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
How does that cap fit him? That wouldn't fit him.
It wouldn't fit him.
Oh, but when he put it on, it changed. So it fits whoever's wearing it.
Yeah.
Cloaking device.
Stop him. But how? He's got the cap.
It's got the cap.
This, as the kids say, goes far harder than it needs to.
Wait a minute. What was it Virgil once said?
Every person has a gift, and in that gift lies their destiny.
Well, here goes nothing. Not so fast, bonehead!
You fool! You can't save the world!
I can die trying!
You will!
Is that what you call your penis as well?
Yeah. The Mighty One franchise.
Yeah.
You disrupted time itself. Telling what damage you have caused.
Well, I could say I'm sorry, but I'm not.
Curse you,
The idea that they just wouldn't write it like this and get commissioned, and then it's amazing, incredible. Now he's just back home with his pet iguana.
Yeah. Whoa. Package delivery.
So this is
See,
the
for Mom.
back in the first episode.
Yeah.
Wonder who could have sent it. Wait a second. This is deja vu all over again. You have been chosen to be the cat bearer. Go to the mini-mart and wait for a sign, Mighty Max. And this time, don't take quite so long. All right, Virgil! We are back at the beginning. And this time around, I'm really going to kick some Skullmaster butt.
And then it ends.
That's the end of the series.
Yeah.
It's like a reboot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great storytelling. That's really good.
Yeah. Then it ends.
Great.
Yeah.
Little bit of ambiguity. What happens next?
Yeah.
Does he succeed? Does he? Because, I get that his friends are alive again because he's gone back in time, but will he save them this time?
Exactly.
You don't know.
You don't know.
Wow.
What will he do this time?
Really good.
Yeah.
What will he do this time?
So the cast, we had Robert Paulson as
His
Max.
name is Robert Paulson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Richard Mole as Norman.
Oh, he did Two-Face in Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah. Tim Curry as Skullmaster.
Wow.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Now you know.
Yeah.
And you listen to that back. It was very good. Corey Burton as Felix. Tress McNeil as Max's mother. Kath Susie, who we've talked about before.
Yeah, I feel like we've talked about all of these people before.
Frank Welker as Warmonger and a few others.
One of the best voice artists of all time, Frank Welker.
And then you had guest appearances from David Warner.
Yes, Two Geeks Hero.
Yeah, Dorian Harewood.
Great.
Kate Mulgrew.
Wow.
Ron Perlman and many others.
There is definitely like a revolving company of actors who appear in like all these 90s shows doing voice. Like even like Ron Perlman was in Batman the Animated Series and David Warner was in Batman and Spider-Man. There's definitely like a repertory company of actors.
And then in 1994, you had a video game, The Adventures of Mighty Max, which was on the SNES and the Sega Genesis or Mega Drive. There was also a handheld game on the god-awful Tiger Electronics watches. Remember them?
No.
Tiger games? They were really... We might do an episode on Tiger games one day. Dreadful. The show also generated other merch, such as a comic book of tennis shoes, sticker album. Used to love sticker albums. A puzzle and other board games. And in some countries, you can actually get replicas of Max's cap.
That's a no-brainer.
But not all are officially licensed, apparently. But like, I would have had one of them.
Yeah,
and a shirt.
That is a no-brainer.
I know.
Come on.
But anyway, that is it for the Mighty Max franchise. So thoughts?
Interesting. I'm most like I knew a bit about the toys, and I'm like. No real surprises there for me. I was like, oh yeah, okay, I didn't know this, but okay. That animated series, I'm intrigued by. Like the fact that they threw the mythology out the window and went, now we're going to come up with our own mythology, which is way better. Add a whole load of new characters. Convoluted, but in the best way. That mythology, that finale.
Yeah.
Genuinely great. Yeah. Really good stuff.
I'm surprised they haven't brought it back on a new...
Yeah.
You know.
Where's the Mighty Max revival?
I know.
Yeah.
It's already been set up.
Are the toys still going? Can you still get Mighty? No, but you still get Polly Pocket.
Still get Polly Pocket. That's still going.
Maybe it's time. Bring back Mighty Max.
Well, for more 90s nostalgia, including episodes on Pogs, Sega Mega Drive, and Live and Kicking, among many others, head to 2geeks2beers.com or subscribe wherever you get your podcast.
And please get in touch via email if you want a shout out or anything at all. Maybe you'd like to recommend something for us to tackle in future. We're on podcast@2geeks2beers.com. And of course, we're on all the socials at 2geekscast on Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, where you can see video versions of our episodes, old and new.
And please support us on Patreon if you can. On there, for a little bit of cash each month, you can get exclusive minisodes, bonus clips, early bird releases, merch, and more. But yeah, that is it. So from Mighty Morgan and Towering Tom.
No one's ever called you that, but
Nah. Bye for now.
Goodbye.
So I was thinking, what other kids' toys were made into TV shows? Obviously, you've mentioned a few earlier.
Yeah. Transformers and He-Man. And
But the weirdest one I found was this. I can't believe this exists. Are you ready?
Yeah.
On a mysterious night, Rubik's Cube appeared, bringing clarity. Rubik's Cube has changed everything in our life.
Rubik's Cube.
Rubik, the amazing cube. The state of him.
Rubik, he's your friend.
Hello, my name is Rubik.
Your face at the end of that. What was that?
He's a little elf fella.
But how would you describe? He seems trapped, in a bad way. Like he's really like his little blue face.
Yeah, he's like trapped in the little Rubik. He's your friend. They're like, you can't make a cartoon out of a little cube, can we? What they should have done is like Mighty Max, where someone finds the cube and it's got magical powers, and they're like, we'll use the cube to travel through time.
Don't put a face on the cube.
Don't make the cube.
Don't call him Rubik.
I don't want an anthropomorphic cube.
No
one wants that.
No.
We're going to talk about the t-shirt.
Oh yeah. So let us know because I'm wearing a t-shirt. So on the video you'll see this. Hopefully,
we were in the pub earlier, and Tom walked in, and I was like, "What's that t-shirt?" And he just went, "Spruce Moose."
Spruce Moose.
And I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Spruce Moose." And I was like, "I don't know what that is." And he's like, "Simpsons."
I still can't believe it.
And he got really annoyed and was like, I'm actually annoyed.
I'm not the weird one.
Well, he's like, actually annoyed. I was like, it's genuinely one of the greatest Simpsons moments of all time.
It is.
And I don't, apparently it's a reference to a Simpsons.
I genuinely, because we quote The Simpsons all the time.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
We're quite iconic Simpsons moments all the time.
We've done this.
I don't know what
you've been
Spruce Moose is.
Men in Black on this, because I don't know how you.
I don't know. Look, maybe for once I'm in the wrong.
You are in the wrong. Right, everyone who sees this t-shirt.
It's not
Spruce Moose. Mr. Burns.
Tom is trying to argue that it's like on like steamed clam
It's
levels.
not steamed clams.
No.
But it's definitely, I'd say, top tier Simpsons moments.
Yeah.
It's Mr. Burns being Howard Hughes with his Spruce Moose. Hop in.
Yeah.
It's iconic.
It's I guess
there's a t-shirt that's been made for it. So.
They make t-shirts of anything.
Yeah.
Get
in touch.
Let us know. Podcast at twogeekstbs.com, and let us know on all the socials at Two Geeks Cast.
And why is it yes?
Why is it yes? Is Spruce Moose like? I believe it was in The Simpsons. I'm just saying. I don't think it's like top.
I
don't think it's like G tier or whatever the top tier is.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
There you go.
Yeah. See you later.
Spruce Moose.